Today's review is about a fountain pen that's a little different than you might expect, because it writes and can be erased. The Online Magix. Hello, my name is Chris, and this is Writing Delight. The Magix is available in different types of packaging. My version came without a box, just like that. The pen is entirely made of plastic, including the clip, which is molded as part of the cap. There are several color versions available. This is not your standard one-color school pen. What's striking, all versions have gradient color schemes. The shape is reminiscent of typical school fountain pens, slightly rounded, overall rather straight-lined. The cap closes flush, and the transition to the barrel is smooth. The finial is angled and flows into the clip at the lower end. At the end of the barrel there is a small step, and a thin, slightly translucent white end piece. The pen is light, but feels stable overall. Not a design statement, but clearly thought out. Here the shape becomes even more noticeable. The pen tapers slightly towards both ends and appears well balanced. The surface is smooth with a silky matte finish. The barrel transitions from light to dark tones and back to light, all in a soft gradual gradient. The grip section features 3 shallow indentations that help guide finger placement. In addition, the plastic around them is finely textured, with small grooves that provide grip. Not rubberized, but clearly designed to be functional. The Magix logo is printed on the clip. Subtle in color, but easy to read. The finial is distinctively angled and visually continues into the clip. The clip itself is not spring-loaded, it's formed as part of the cap. For the size comparison, I've selected 5 fountain pens. First, the Visconti Homo sapiens, then the Kaweco AL Sport, the Pelikan Pura, the Monteverde Ritma, and the Lamy Safari. When closed, the Magix is actually the longest fountain pen in this group, even slightly longer than the Homo sapiens. Uncapped, it remains relatively long, though not excessively so. With the cap posted, the Magix is clearly the longest of them all. Here are the technical specifications. As always, you can also find them in the video description. And here comes a second comparison group, this time with the Diplomat Matrix, the Diplomat Magnum, the Lamy Studio, the Staedtler TRX, and the Platinum Plaisir. Once again, the Magix ranks among the longer fountain pens, both uncapped and with the cap posted. And especially with the cap posted, it's the longest in this group, closely followed by the TRX. In hand, the Magix feel comfortable, both with and without the cap posted. Despite its length, it doesn't feel unwieldy, even with larger hands. And thanks to its low weight, it's easy to write with for extended periods. The writing sample shows a smoothly writing Magix with noticeable feedback. The ink flow is solid and consistent. With a bit of pressure, you can achieve some line variation, but even without that, the nib should work well for beginners, even if they don't aim for line variation. What makes the pen special is the ink. It can be erased almost completely using the integrated eraser. And here lies a clear advantage over the classic combo of royal blue ink and an ink eradicator. There, much more visible residue is often left behind, and the surface can't be written over again immediately. Usually, you need the blue end of the ink eradicator for that. In a direct comparison, there's a slight color difference to the magiXX Gel roller. Both systems use the same erasable ink technology, but with different formulations, gel versus liquid ink. Still, both types of writing can easily be erased or written over, regardless of whether they were made with a fountain pen or the roller. The Magic is not your typical collector's fountain pen, but rather a practical writing tool with a clear purpose, erasable ink. And especially in school, that benefit becomes very clear. Mistakes can be easily corrected without an ink eradicator and without residue, and the surface can be written on again right away. That makes a lot of things easier, not just with homework. Honestly, I would have loved to have that kind of pen back when I was in school. The build quality is simple, but well thought out. The plastic doesn't feel like a luxury pen, but it doesn't feel cheap or flimsy either. Everything feels reasonable, and what's there is well put together. When it comes to color, Online offers a number of different versions, with smooth gradients. So there's probably something for almost everyone. Even I have my personal favorite. One final note about the ink. The cartridges have a slightly modified connector and are optimized for the system. They shouldn't be used in regular fountain pens. Online offers no guarantees and clearly advises against it. That's exactly why the connector is different. If you're looking for a straightforward fountain pen with erasable ink, the magiXX gives you a practical and well-designed solution. One that works especially well in school. Have you already used erasable ink yourself? Maybe even the magiXX? Let me know in the comments below. And if you don't want to miss any future reviews, make sure to subscribe. Many thanks to Online for the test sample, and to you for watching. See you next time.